Damn, that felt good. We are live for what I'm going to anoint the very last fantasy draft of the summer. There's just too much bullshit going on. I'm ready for balls to fly. Pause. I'm ready for meat on meat. Pause. I'm ready to see the big men in the trenches. I'm ready to see shitty pass interference, shitty roughing the passer calls. I'm ready for heartbreak as a Falcons fan. Not week one, though. We're going to trash the Panthers. We're going to trash them. Brian Burns might be out. Oh, my God. Couldn't lock that 3.5 up soon enough. Here's what we're doing today. We are entering Best Ball Mania 4. This is Underdog's $15 million prize pool tournament. I just want to give a quick shout out to them and their team for just fucking absolutely perfecting the number of people that can go into this, the prize structure, because it is 3 days till kickoff, and they are exactly 98% filled in this tournament. 677,000 people have entered Best Ball Mania. We're going to be 677,001. We're going to be that first person that reaches over the 677K. This is a $25 entry. One person brings home $3 million. There is a second place prize of $1 million, $300,000, $150,000, $100,000, $80,000. There's a lot of thousands and millions flying around everywhere, okay? But we know everything at this point, except there are still dudes hyperextending their knee and shit. Listen, if you've hyperextended your knee, really, it ain't that deep, all right? Kelsey might miss a week, but he's not missing like fucking a month. He's not missing a year. Everybody settle down. We're going to jump into the live draft in a second, but I just wanted to say, if this is the last fantasy video we put out before kickoff, I appreciate every single one of y'all that have watched throughout the summer. I appreciate every comment. I realize that the Discord noties might be going a little nutty right now. I just appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting what we do every year, every summer, man. It allows us to continue to be super passionate about this stuff. It allows us to continue to spend our days researching and making content and making videos and trying to build something cool for y'all. So you guys watching, you guys tuning in, commenting, thumbs up, subscribing, all that fucking nonsensical social media shit that people tell you to do, it helps. It really does. So I just wanted to show a lot of love to you guys that support us through the ups and downs, through the good and the bad, through me fucking yelling "you're" at the beginning of every video. I love you. I love you all the same, okay? I know y'all are probably ready for me to stop fucking yapping. I'm ready to stop yapping. So let's enter Best Ball Mania 4. Now, I have not maxed out. If any of you guys want to jump in right now, we're waiting for 9 more people to fill this bitch. If any of you guys are out there right now, if you're not an underdog yet, oh man, that ripped off quick. If you're not an underdog yet, I will switch to dark mode. And you want to draft before your real season-long drafts, and they're doing pick'ems throughout the year. Oh, I didn't even hit y'all with that. Patrick Mahomes, we got a free square on underdog right now. 0.5 total yards. You're winning free money right there. If you've never been on underdog, not only are you getting free money by using our promo code when you deposit, because they're going to match whatever you throw down. If you put down 10, they're going to put you 20. Put down 20, they're going to give you 40. And then you hit this higher right quick. You hit the higher on this one, and you win more money. It's free money, all right? But our draft's about to start. Active, Best Ball Mania, starts in 30 seconds. Where are we picking from? We're picking from the 7. Kind of an interesting spot given the Kelsey news, because I imagine he's going to drop pretty significantly down draft boards. I'm not getting in there. Oh, Anna, spending a lot of your hard-earned money to get in this draft, huh? $25. This is no throwaway. This is no $3 draft that we usually be doing. But we're at the 7. I'm interested to see how this plays itself out. $25 for the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. Do I have a strategy going into it? No, not really. I'm going to see how the board plays out. We obviously want to shoot for a little bit of upside. And if you guys draft on Underdog, I actually uploaded my personal rankings here. So if you see out of whack shit, which is this entire list of people, that is why. I have not updated my Underdog rankings in quite a bit. So I'm probably going to draft a horrific team. But we're here to ball. We're here to have a good time. We're here to drink more caffeinated drinks. It's Legitimately fucking 79.5 degrees in the office right now. The AC been broken all summer. We out here sweating, drafting, getting bamboozled. But I'm here for y'all. Let's get it. Tyreek Hill, Austin Eckler. Give it to me. Oh, you guys can see my rankings too if you're drafting with me. You make me sick, Anna. So we had Jefferson, Chase, C-Mac, Tyreek Hill, Eckler at the 5 is kind of interesting. You're going to see a lot of different strategies in this draft, I think, because you have to have, obviously, a super unique build. Like, you got 670,000 people coming to eat, right? Everyone's looking for that 3 milli spot. So you need ultra-high upside dudes. You need rosters that are not common when that week 15, 16, 17 rolls around. I mean, everybody's rostered. Obviously, that's a first, second, 17th round pick. You know I'm going with my boy Bijan. You know there was never another option there. Once Diggs went off the board, he was my last wide receiver that I was trying to hit. But since Anna took Diggs, we'll roll. We'll pivot. Here's what's going to happen. This summer went so wide receiver heavy, man. Everybody got on their bullshit going only wide receivers. And we're going to look back on this year, and we're going to say, damn, we fucked up. We know that running backs run fantasy football. Everyone faded them all year. The winning team in BBM is going to be the one that probably absolutely destroyed the running back position. So that will be me. That will be me. I must protect this house. Wow, Tony Pollard at the 1-9 is crazy. That's crazy. I respect it, though. I really do. What's going on in the comments? What's going on in the chat? How we doing, chat? See, we got Amon-Ra at the 10, Chubb at the 11, Garrett Wilson at the 12, Olave at the 2-1, Kelsey at the 2-2. So Kelsey at the 2-2, you never see him drop outside of really like the first 7 picks in these tournament-type plays. It's funny because the season's about to kick off. And here's the thing with Kelsey. So I think there's a real chance that he misses Thursday Night Football. I think there's a 50-50 chance. I also think there's a chance he plays through it because he knows that he's got 10 days of rest afterwards. I don't expect any significant amount of time. If he misses week 1, I expect him to play in week 2. If he plays in week 1, then guess what? He didn't miss any goddamn time. Thank you. I'm only technically a doctor, but I know what the fuck's going on. All right, so we're back up at the 2-6. Derrick Henry sitting there. Jalen Waddle sitting there, double cheeked up, looking good for me. We can grab a QB. I do like grabbing QBs in this type of tournament where they're, the highest scoring players. We do need to start 3 wide receivers. So going Derrick Henry feels a little bit crazy knowing that there's not a ton of wide receiver value after him. So I'm going to get my first wide receiver on the board. We got Bijan. We got Waddle. For those of y'all that haven't drafted in Best Ball Mania, the starting roster is up on the screen. Let me put myself in the corner. Actually, up here. You start 1 QB. Where art thou? You start 1 quarterback. You start 3 wide receivers. You start 2 running backs, a tight end, 1 regular flex, and 10 bench. So you're drafting a monster team. Let's fill this bitch up. Let's go. They're at 97.9%. Let's fill it up before the season kicks off. After Waddle, Allen, Mahomes, and Derrick Henry ripped off. I like it. We got a super chat from Simon. What's up, Simon? Which backup would you rather have, Jerome Ford, Ty Chandler, or Sean Tucker? Also, who would be a good wide receiver I could get back from giving Ayuk and Mostert? So, amongst those 3 guys, I like personally Ty Chandler more than Tucker and Jerome Ford. So he would be my number 1 in terms of a backup. Who would be a good wide receiver I can get back from giving Ayuk and Mostert? All right, so if you're giving Ayuk and Mostert, I think it's a pretty heavy package. Those are kind of 2 dudes that I would like to keep on my team. But if you're giving Ayuk, some dudes that I would be targeting, I have Ayuk ranked very, very highly. So he's not an easy one to for me to value correctly, I don't think. But dudes that are ranked ahead of him that I would try to pull the trigger on any of these like 2nd or 3rd round dudes. Depending on how highly your league values Raheem Mostert. Like Mostert might kind of be like I think he's a good player. I think he's super undervalued right now, but he might be one of those dudes that's like really not valued at all by your league mates. So he might just be like a little sprinkle on the trade base. So I don't know how much of an upgrade you could really pull. But if your league mates like Brandon Ayuk and Mostert, maybe try to rip like DK Metcalf. T. Higgins is up there. I mean, you could try to shoot for like Ridley, Devonta Smith, or guys like that, but I think that's probably a little too lofty. Ayuk's in the same class as like Christian Watson for me. So if you want to swap for Christian Watson, if you view that as an upgrade, then cool there. But other than that, I have Ayuk ranked really highly. So if you can't really get into that like DK Metcalf tier, I'm probably bowing out. I'm probably keeping those players. Know what I mean? Non-PPR, would you rather have Dalvin and Dillon or Gibbs? Ooh, okay, so Jahmyr Gibbs, you're talking about straight up non-PPR, so standard formatting. I'll get back to the question in a sec once I make my next pick. So we've got Bijan, we've got Waddle. Stevenson goes off the board. Right now, I'm looking at Mark Andrews. Typically does not drop here into the third round, so I don't have a lot of exposure to him, though I don't really necessarily love him. DK is interesting here. Jonathan Taylor is not interesting here. I'm a huge fan of Justin Fields, but we can get quarterback value elsewhere. So for me, it's between Mark Andrews and DK Metcalf. What do y'all think? What do y'all think between the two? I'm going to go with Mark Andrews and put a little stock into the Baltimore offense because I haven't done much of that this offseason. So we've got Bijan, we've got Waddle, we got Mark Andrews to kind of stack three positions there. And quarterbacks, you know, we can grab Herbert, we can grab Lawrence, we can grab Deshaun Watson, we can grab Tua to stack with Jalen Waddle. So I feel comfortable passing up on Fields at like the 3-5 now. So the question before was A.J. Dillon and Dalvin Cook for Jahmyr Gibbs in complete standard scoring. In complete standard scoring, man, like we have to hop off the Gibbs train, guys. He's not getting short yardage. He's not getting goal line work. He didn't get it at Alabama. He was never getting it at Bama. And he's unlikely to get it in Detroit, at least as a rookie. Maybe he grows into the role. Maybe he becomes the Alvin Kamara where he's scoring 14 rushing touchdowns. Maybe it happens. But he's also way lighter than Alvin Kamara is. He's even 10 pounds lighter than fucking Aaron Jones is, all right? So I get the comps there. But again, and part of the question, as soon as A.J. Dillon came into the picture, what happened to Aaron Jones' goal line work? Got cut. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, Jahmyr Gibbs, was it A.J. Dillon and Dalvin Cook? I don't love A.J. Dillon. Dillon's kind of just like a throw-in for me. Dalvin Cook could be sneaky good. I guess with all that said, even though I'm talking shit, I probably still take Gibbs over both those guys because Dalvin Cook's going to be in a committee, and maybe he's the guy for like the first 4-6 weeks, but Breece Hall is going to be the guy over the second half of the year. And maybe that's vice versa with Gibbs. Maybe Gibbs becomes a workhorse over the last 8 weeks of the season. Still don't think he scores more than like 5 or 6 touchdowns this year, but he could be a yards guy for sure. So all in all, I'd probably give it a lean towards Gibbs, but I don't feel great about him in standard scoring. All right, so we are almost back on the clock here. Locker, what you doing? Do something crazy here. You think I won't do a full Atlanta Falcons stack right now? You think I won't draft Drake London and go just completely crazy with the Falcons? He took Najee. All right, see, we're starting to see some running backs rip there, man. We got ETN at the 4-3. We got Mixon at the 4-4. We got Harris at the 4-5, which gives me the red light, or the green light, I should say, for Ayuk here. You know, I've been talking him up. Love Ayuk. Mike Williams at 42 ADP here is a little bit interesting as well because I can get Herbert at the next pick. But I like Ayuk, man. I'm super in on an Ayuk breakout this year. So I'm going to grab Ayuk as my second wideout. And now we've got Bijan, we've got Waddle, we've got Ayuk, we've got Mark Andrews. Now, let's talk about Jonathan Taylor. So Jonathan Taylor's out for the first 4 games. The thing that scares me about Taylor is, like, we don't actually know whether or not he's healthy. We don't know, like, what his back and what his whole deal is. So maybe he comes back and maybe the 4 weeks was actually needed. Like, maybe he needed to go on the PUP list. Maybe the PUP list had to do with the trade. Either way, he didn't get traded yet. So I don't know, dude. It's a weird situation that's just screaming red flags at you. Obviously, the deeper you get into the drafts, the less the less risky it is, right? Because the opportunity cost gets lower and lower. Like, you have less good players available. But in the 4th round, when I'm looking at dudes like Ayuk, Michael Williams, Deontay Johnson, Aaron Jones, too, like, I'm taking those guys over Jonathan Taylor right now that have so much risk. You know what I mean? It's almost like these players they're like a fire pit, man. And the closer you are to the fire pit, the closer you are to your 1st round pick. So if you're taking a dude in the 1st round, your hand is to the flames. He needs to hit. He needs to extinguish the flames. Otherwise, you're going up in flames. The further you get away, it's still warm, but it's less risky, right? So it's like flame, 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. Okay, 5th round, we still got the flame in our palm. 6th round goes up and up and up and up. And eventually, you hit 8th, 9th round, and no one's going to burn you there. No one's going to burn you. The opportunity cost is super fucking low. That's the way you got to think about players. The deeper they go, the more fine I am with them. But there's no reason to get super risky with 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks. You know what I mean? There's still a ton of good players on the board. So we're chilling now because we have 2 stack opportunities. Like, I wouldn't even mind if I walked away from this draft with like Tua and Brock Purdy as my 2 starting quarterbacks. I don't even know if I want to use a mid-round pick on a Herbert or a Trevor Lawrence. On the flip side, though, I could also see Justin Herbert like balling out and going and leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns and possibly competing for MVP. But that's neither here nor here. All right, Static Challenge, relax. I'll answer your question because you won't shut your mouth. Is Najee at 37.5 PPR good? No, it's not good. How do I get the draft guide after signing up for Underdog? Yes, so if you sign up on Underdog, promo code BDGE, when you deposit $10, they're not only going to double what you got so you can hit that Patrick Mahomes line, but you're getting the draft guide emailed to you absolutely free. It should come within 60 minutes. It should be emailed to the email that you use to sign up for Underdog. If you don't see it in your inbox, check your spam folder. So many of the draft guides get sent directly to spam. Should come within 60 minutes, minimum. If that doesn't work, if you waited and it's not in your spam folder, you can email us, business@bdge.co. I will get it to you as quickly as humanly possible. I might even do it while we're on the goddamn stream. All right, so let's see who we've got available here. God, I gotta tell you, man, the closer we get to the season, the grosser everything becomes. Terry's hurt, Christian Kirk. I don't have a lot of Christian Kirk. I'm gonna take Christian Kirk here and just play it a little bit safe, even though this is literally the exact tournament that you don't want to play it safe in. But I like these 3 wide receivers: Waddle, Ayuk, Kirk. They'd be a great, They'd be a great team in a redraft league. But we're playing BBM4, so I might have fucked up. Guys. Maybe I'll do another BBM4 draft tomorrow night. Fuck it, I lied. Yeah. Oh, damn. Y'all really be hitting me up for the draft guide on stream. I'm sorry. I don't know if I could actually email them out right now. Chill, brosy. T-Law or Herbert? Definitely Herbert straight up for this year. He's like 2 years removed from a 5,000-yard campaign. And now Kellen Moore's in there letting him cook. So I'm a fan of Herbie this year in redraft for sure. I had when we did the NYC draft weekend, we were in it was a super flex draft, and I had the 104. So Hurts, Allen, Mahomes went off the board. It's a 6-point per passing touchdown league, and I took Herbert at the 4. You know what I'm saying? Oliver, what's good, my guy? Long-time supporter. Long time supporter. I want to personally thank you, dude, for just hanging out all the time and always just be chopping it up with me. Got JT at 8-12 in a 12-team half PPR redraft. Thought my home league would be sharp after 10 years. Oh, not even a question. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's where I'm pretty comfortable taking him. Even if you get 8 games out of Jonathan Taylor, you're getting 8 games out of, at very worst, a low-end RB1. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got 500 people in the stream. And we got 54 thumbs up. I'm not great at math. Actually, I'm fucking phenomenal at math, which is why I know that's 10% of people. 10% of people. Jameson, no, you. No, you. There we go. We got our first thumbs down. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Hit the goddamn thumbs up button. It's only 61 thumbs up now. How'd that only get 7 people? I got 37 people. All right, we crazy now. All right, so we're up at almost 6.6. We've got 3 wide receivers, so we don't have to push it necessarily. We don't have to push the quarterback situation yet, I don't think. All right, 6th round JT is probably where I'm looking at him in these tournament plays, where the second half of the year matters a lot. I do like some of the running backs available, though. Like I'm a big Ty Chandler guy, but even Madison sitting here, I feel like when you're drafting a team against 650,000 people, every player that you put the draft button on, you're basically saying best case scenario happens. You're basically choosing the guy and saying, okay, everything best case scenario breaks right, because that's the only way you're winning the tournament. So think about the player, think about what his best case scenario is, and that's why you're drafting him in BBM4. Wow, we really hit 7 thumbs down. That's so disrespectful. Tyreek can get away with slapping employees. What do you think he will do to those poor CBs? That's what I'm saying. Like, I get away with slapping my employees. What the fuck you think I'm about to do in a BBM4 draft? Sir? Stop hitting the thumbs down, you fucks. Boom! Would you rather take Waddle or Olave in the second round? Full PPR. Full PPR, they're both great picks. I am Waddle over Olave. Waddle's coming off a wide receiver 14 or wide receiver 7 finish. He's probably going to catch 100 balls. Like, everything goes to Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Everything goes to them. So I love Olave, and I'm definitely on board with him breaking the fuck out. But I still think his reception total probably gets drowned out by Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara when he comes back. So full PPR, give me Waddle there. Thumbs down counts the same to YouTube. I just can't imagine that that's true. I just feel like we work so damn hard on content, and then people will just thumb it down. It just makes me never want to do a live stream again, to be honest. Thank you, Hal. You the GOAT. Had another super chat come in, I think. How would you grade this draft? 12-man PPR, 8th pick. Chubb, Henry, Josh Allen, Amari, Ayuk, Akers, Kirk, Pittman, Dobbs, Ferguson, Kincaid. So I was going to say I don't love Henry as a second-round pick in full PPR, but the fact that you had a lot of really good receivers end up falling to you, like I don't, outside of Henry, who is not a bad pick, obviously. Chubb's a fucking monster. Outside of Henry, I don't think you missed on a pick. I don't think you missed on a pick at all. Like I think the rest of your draft was kind of fucking flawless. Josh Allen in the 3rd. Amari, Ayuk, Kirk, Pittman, Dobbs are fantastic wide receivers to have in full PPR. Akers as your running back 3. I love Jake Fergie. So, Sean, you knocked that out of the goddamn park. I'm going to give you a fucking F minus. Let's see. All right, we are bike up on the clock. Kamara got fucking ragged 3 picks before me. What do we got here? Do we need to grab our quarterback? Can I push it another round? How many guys do we have? We have a lot of people in front of me that have not taken a QB yet, and I wonder if any of them have Tyreek Hill. I don't think they do because that's the back half of the round, if I remember correctly. Do we have to push Tua? Do we have to push the button on Tua? We took Pittman. All right, I'll take him as my wide receiver 4. I'm all right with it. I've been vocal about not loving Michael Pittman. But, again, best case scenario, Anthony Richardson hits, and Michael Pittman's the one there. All right, so whatever. We had a super chat from Skyward. You think Dameon Pierce in the late 4th is too early? No, I do not. I do not. I don't know if you have to. If you have the late 4th, then you could probably get him early 5th. So you could probably wait for the swing. Dameon Pierce is, I believe, my RB12 in my rankings. They're in the draft guide, and I want to say he's my RB12 or 13. So that would not be too early for someone who I consider pretty much an RB1. What do we got with the chat? Let's take a look at the board. Let's take a look at the board. Actually, you know what would make sense? I think just leaving... Would you guys prefer me leave the big board up on the screen right now and then I can just draft from my phone? Do you prefer that? Talk to me. Talk to me, sexy people. That way you could just kind of watch the draft happen, or would you prefer me looking at my queue on the screen? On the screen. You're... All right, so we're seeing a lot of rookie wide receiver action. We had Jackson Smith and Jigba at the 7-9. Then we had a bunch of running backs rip off. Quentin Johnson, Jordan Addison. We're almost back on the clock here. There goes Elijah Moore. I can't tell what you guys are saying no or yes to. I just see a whole lot of no's and then a whole lot of yeses. All right, cool. So we got back, and there wasn't a single one of those quarterbacks taken. So we could grab our QB now because both of these guys are not going to get back to me. So Watson and Tua are both available. I did take Waddle, and I do feel like, man, they both have pretty fucking heavy upside, actually. I'm going to go Tua here. I'm going to go Tua. Okay, so you guys would rather see the queue. All right, I'll go back to the other screen then. I'll jump to here maybe for like half the round. Simon, half PPR, 2 flex. Khalil. Oh, sorry, I can't do sit starts during the... Don't super chat me sit starts right now because I don't have the info at hand. I don't have like the matchups and stuff like that. But just off the top of my head, Mostert's definitely getting in there for me, and I'd have to check the matchups for the other one, but Mostert for sure. Will you be doing another UD draft after this one? I won't be doing another one directly after this one. I might do another one tomorrow night, though. I might have lied to y'all. This might not be the last one that I do. Maybe same time tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. Burks, Marquise Brown, Dalvin Cook, James Conner. Damn, I probably should have taken James Conner there. I don't really like him, but he could be a workhorse for show. Let's see. I got Tua, Jones, Pierce. I got Tua, Jones. Oh, you can't be just throwing Jones out there. You're talking about like Daniel Jones, Pierce, Hill. So we're talking about Daniel Jones, Damian Pierce, Tyreek Hill, Lamb, Higgins, Christian Watson, Brees. God damn. My 10-man, 1 flex league. Yeah, I love your fucking team, dude. This is a beautiful team. Holy hell. Rate my team. Full point PPR. Let me move this down so you guys can see who's picked. Actually, I'll move it all the way to the top. Full point PPR, pick 9. We had Diggs. How big's the league? You know, I got to rate it based on that. I'll assume 12-teamer, I guess. Diggs and St. Brown, that's an electric start in full PPR. L. Jax, we love it. Stacked with Andrews, love it even more. Kenneth Walker, debatable in PPR. Don't see him catching a ton of passes, but he'll do based on the fact that you went super heavy on wide receivers. Walker, Swift makes me a little queasy, but you do have Kamara on the bench. Goodwin, I'm going to assume that's Godwin, so you can use him in your starting lineup. QJ, I don't see him being a huge PPR factor. I love your wide receivers. I really like the QB and Mark Andrews stack along with it. Damn, Watson fell to me. I could have waited on Tua one more round, huh? Fuck. I might have fucked up there. Hand up. I fucked up. Who do we have available right now? I'd give this team probably like a 6.5 out of 10. I'm a little bit nervous about your running backs, to be honest with you. All right, so we have a quarterback. We got 2 running backs, 4 wide receivers. We took Tua. What's the next wide receiver up that we could smash? I'm going Mostert, bro. I can't get enough of Mostert. There's like never a spot that's too early for me to draft Raheem Mostert at this point. Until he becomes like a 7th round pick, I'm probably in on Mostert everywhere. He's like very clearly the lead running back in Miami right now. I've just got a gut feel. I've never been in on Mostert. He's not a guy that I've been drafting. He's one I've always stayed away from. But I've just got this gut. I've just got my intestines are ripping right now. I've got this gut feeling inside my stomach that Raheem Mostert is going to ball this year. Oh, man, we're getting all the Rate My Team super chats coming in. Fuck. I fucked up. I shouldn't have opened that can. I'm going to do one more. Trust me, I appreciate you guys sending your money, your hard-earned money, and super chatting and stuff. But like, I don't want to spend the whole stream not talking fantasy here and just grading teams. But I will do this last one. Grade my first draft on an underdog, pick 7, half PPR. Diggs, Waddle, Fields, Aaron Jones, Kittle, Akers, Sutton, Swift, and Dobbs. You threw in the parentheses out there. Got Michael Wilson too. You knew that would butter me up. I'm like a roll right now. You absolutely took a butter knife, got a fat wab of butter, heated it up, and just doused it on me. Diggs, Waddle, really like the start. Fields in the 3rd, I'm cool with. Aaron Jones, my RB1, I'm cool with. George Kittle's a little banged up right now, apparently. I don't know if he's going week 1. That scares me, him getting injured going into the season. The rest of the draft I do really like, though. Kittle in round 6, I think that was. No, round 5. Akers round 6. Sutton round 7. Swift 8. Dobbs 9. I definitely think you took on a lot of risk injury-wise between Kittle and probably Swift and Dobbs right now. But overall, I do like the squad. This is a tough time of year to draft teams. Everyone's super sharp. All right, so we had Patty Freiermuth, Deshaun Watson, Charbonnet, Michael Thomas, Jalen Warren, Marvin Mims, A.J. Dillon, Odell. It's so funny to see like where players start to fall and rise up and stuff throughout the summer and the spring, like where guys were going versus where you got to pick them now. It's really something. It's really something, huh? I like Jamal Williams here, man. I like Jamal Williams. He's going to be the workhorse for the first 3 weeks of the season, and he's still going to be super involved going forward. Out of all the bench stashes from your last video, who is your fave? Let me think of who I had on there. Probably Ty Chandler, man. I really like Ty Chandler. I'm trying to remember if there's anyone that I really liked more so. So what he's talking about is I put out a video probably like 5 or 6 hours ago that were my favorite top 7 or 8 bench stashes right now, or like late round picks to scoop up in your drafts. I think I want to say Chandler is probably my number 1. That's probably why I put him first in the video. Depending on what position you need, though, like I really like Michael Wilson and Puka too, a wide receiver, but Ty Chandler's my guy. But yeah, I would take Ty Chandler probably over all the receivers. All right, let's see how this board is. Fucking Ecamm Live, man. This software's killing me, the way it spreads shit out. All right, so we're looking at the board. Yeah. What the hell? Hell yeah. All right. Wow. These tight ends are going fucking early. Holy hell. I'm thinking about, let's talk about some of these players and where they were going early on in the spring. Tyler Higbee, I want to say, was like a 17th, 18th round pick. Sam Laporta was for sure like a 16th, 18th round pick. Let's see. Zay Jones has pretty much stayed consistently 10th, 11th round. Marvin Mims was like borderline undrafted, I think, after the draft. So now he's a 10th round pick. Jalen Warren was a 15th, 16th round pick for a long time. Romeo Doubs was definitely like a 17th round pick for a long time. Who else? Whomstelts amongst us? Cortland Sutton was consistently like an 11th, 12th round guy until the Jerry Jeudy news, obviously. It's interesting to see these shifts, man. All right, so we've got 4 running backs. We probably do not need to hit that position again, considering we only start 3 of them, or we only start 2 of them. Do we want to hit another tight end? Probably not now. I don't think we need to at this point. QBs did start to rip off, but you know where I'm going with my QB2. Actually, Dak is still available, huh? What is Dak doing just sitting there? I have an idea here. He usually his ADP is 108, but he's sitting here at pick 127 right now. That's another good marker of like guys that, you know, preparing for your home league and stuff, you can get a good grasp on where guys go versus, you know, them sitting up on the goddamn queue. I'm going to grab Dak here, even though I do like Daniel Jones as well. Like I like both of them a lot. But I'm going to go Dak for a specific reason. Now, had I drafted Anthony Richardson, who I have, I think, pretty much zero exposure to, that was fucking dumb by me. I should have just drafted him right there. I thought he was off the board because I have Michael Pittman and I have a chance to draft Alec Pierce. That was kind of dumb by me. I done fucked up. Low on Richardson, yes. So I've been pretty notoriously low on Richardson. I just I get it, like he's super athletic, but even last preseason game, right, where he rushed for 40 yards in the first half, his fantasy point total for that half was like 5.5 points, right? So if you're not putting up like floor passing numbers, you're not going to have a good game. I don't care how much you run. Obviously, he'll have games where he throws, 2-3 touchdowns, I'm sure. But I mean, where you draft him, Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott and a bunch of other guys that you can probably get in the same area, I would just always take them over him. Yeah. Tank Bigsby, Aaron Rodgers, Darnell Mooney. I haven't drafted any Darnell Mooney, and I wonder if that's a mistake. I just don't feel like he brings much to the table in that offense, man. I don't know what he could be outside of a role player, like a really selective role player now that DJ Moore is there. Hoping to get my draft guy before my draft tonight. Just signed up with the code. Yeah, guys, if anyone signs up with the code right now, email me, business@bdge.co. Immediately after the draft, I'll go straight to my emails and make sure that if you did not get it and you have your draft tonight or tomorrow or whatever, I will email you back the draft guy personally from these fingertips immediately after the draft. We're almost back on the clock here. Yeah, we need to probably start ripping some wide receivers. So, I mean, these are my rankings, right? Obviously, I don't need to take Chark or Michael Wilson or Pierce because they don't go for another couple rounds. I have almost no Jameson Williams shares, so that kind of intrigues me here, given the fact that he's dropped past his ADP. And again, this is a tournament, so I want to ball out the second half of the year, and he could be that guy. So I'm going to go J-Mo Williams here. Fuck it. Why are you so high on Elijah Moore and Aaron Jones? I just think Elijah Moore is a really good player, and I think Deshaun Watson has utilized guys like him before. I think he's a little bit like a Will Fuller type. But even watching them in the preseason work together, I feel like Elijah Moore was the dude who separated and got open so quickly. And I think he can catch 80, 85 passes. Like we saw the last 6 weeks of what he was his rookie year for New York, and he was electric. And I think pair him with a good quarterback, and I'm really excited to see Watson and Moore play together. He was a dude that can separate inside, outside. Like, you look at reception perception by Matt Harmon, just in terms of him beating press coverage, man coverage, zone coverage. Like, he's got the whole fucking bag of tools, man. And he's fast as shit. And, like, I'm just excited to see him play this year in a new environment. With Aaron Jones, I mean, what's not to love? What's not to love? He didn't slow down last year. He rushed for a shitload of yards. He set a career high in receptions, targets, receiving yards. Jordan Love, I think, is going to use him as an absolute dump-off weapon. I'm all in on him. ATL making the playoffs, guaranteed. The only question is, how far do we go? Talking about Drake London? We talking about Drake London? No, London can't be your fantasy wide receiver one. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if he finished as a fantasy wide receiver one just because he's so talented, but I would definitely be shocked from a volume standpoint. Though, I mean, he had a 29.5% target share. If he runs that back this year, which I don't expect because we've got Bijan, we've got a healthy Pitts, we've got Mac the GOAT Hollins there. He'll probably still be within like the 25% target range though, which I don't know if that doesn't even sound good. If Ritter throws the ball, like 500 times, 475 times, talking about a fourth of those targets. So that's like $125, $130. London could do damage on those, but it just really depends on how accurate they are. So if you want to roll the dice, but he gets a lot of like really valuable targets. Like, he'll probably be our red zone guy. He is also someone that gets a lot of downfield targets. Like, he's not Elijah Moore size, right? So a lot of the targets that London gets are outside the hashes that are on deeper routes, like possession routes go up. Like, fuck it, London's down there somewhere. Let's just chuck it up type shit. So don't be surprised if London balls out this year. I get it. Like, it's really easy to just be like, there's no passing volume. Like, all right. Like, why can't he put up what A.J. Brown did in Tennessee? Why can't he put up those numbers? 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns, some shit like that. It could definitely happen. Ooh, good pick with Alec Pierce. Anna just takes all the guys I like. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm going to follow her restraining order. All right, so we're up on the clock here. I shouldn't have took Dak, man. Fuck. Definitely need to keep hammering wide receivers. Oh, this is why I took Dak. I took Dak because Jake Ferguson was available, and he's my tight end 1. Oh, no, I have Mark Andrews. Didn't see him. But, yeah, great. Jake Ferguson, my tight end 2. Stack him with Dak. Call it a goddamn day. Wipe your fingers off. No more barbecue sauce. Eat up. Is there going to be a main league draft vlog this year? So my main league this year is the NYC draft weekend vlog. For those of you guys asking about the E-Town Get Down, there is no E-Town Get Down this year. There is no E-Town Get Down happening this year. There was no draft. There will be no vlog. The league is we kind of decided last year that it was going to be put to bed because 2 more of the original members were leaving, and now that left like 3 original members left, so we just disbanded it, unfortunately, after 14-ish years. So my main league is the NYC Draft Weekend, which we're working on the vlog now, and that will be live. We're doing 2 separate vlogs for it, actually. On Thursday, kickoff day, we'll be setting like just the fantasy draft portion of the weekend live as a vlog, and then we'll do the full weekend vlog to go live on Sunday. Dub. All right, let's see what we got cooking here. Yeah, we still got some picks left. Oh no, we're moving. We are moving. Ooh, nice stack there. Not your friend guy with the Juwan Johnson, Derek Carr back to bike. It's kind of sexy. I respect that a lot. All right, we need to start hitting some wideouts now. Unless, nah, we don't need to touch running backs. We've got some deeper cuts that we can hit at running back later. Tell me Ty Chandler's still available. I was about to say, this must be all people that watch my shit if Ty Chandler was gone in the fucking 14th round. All right, we've got a lot of wide receivers to pick from here. See, I should have took A. Rich. I could have gone Alec Pierce and Josh Downs. We would have been, oh my God, we wouldn't have just been cooking. We would have been sizzling. Fucking fajitas. Nice pick with Donovan Peoples. Where do we go here? DJ Chark's still injured. I don't love him. Corey Davis still retired. Oh, God, the wide receivers ran out quick. Holy shit. Are we on 14th round Puka already? Is that happening? Holy shit balls. This is not good, guys. I guess I'll take Chark here, but no, I don't want to take him. I'm taking Puka. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Yo, the wide receivers, I know that people draft them early in underdog, but I haven't seen the depth run out in the 14th round ever. I've never seen it like this before. Or my ranking's just so bad. No, there's no guys down here with open ADPs that should be available. Good God. Not good. Not good for the program. You're. Oh, man, I do need to answer some emails. I'm watching the draft. Don't worry, my eyes are focused on the draft, but I gotta answer a few emails while we're doing this. I'm multifaceted. Rondell Moore, DJ. All right, Greg, that wasn't necessary. Oh, we got a double purchaser. I kind of like Algier down here. Algier, the problem I have with Algier is, like, I love what he did for us last year. You know, the production he put up for a rookie is crazy. Our O-line is so good. Our run blocking line, and it's like when you watch limited Bijan Robinson play, it's almost like, okay, so Tyler Algier started, right? Tyler Algier started for us in that preseason game. He took a carry, and then you watched Bijan Robinson take a carry, and it was like they were playing in two separate leagues. It was like that clip that surfaced a few weeks ago with Zay Jones running a route, and then Calvin Ridley came right after him in the drill and then ran a route. That's what it felt like watching Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson next to each other. It's like Algier put together a good season last year, but a lot of me just feels like it had nothing to do with him, you know? All right. I think we handled it. Let's rip through like 7 emails in a row. You guys didn't even know. I'm out here fucking yapping about Tyler Algier while answering. Will they have Cordarrelle line up as a wide receiver more often with the backs they got, or just keep him purely returning kicks and maybe rotate in to give Bijan a breather? That's what I think. Okay, Anna, that wasn't just honestly fuck all the way off. We're not friends. Never were. Never will be. God. All right. Should we take a Houston receiver? I'm going to be honest. I've been taking a lot of Allen Robinson. I don't like, it feels gross to admit this and say it out loud. Actually, I actually do fuck with Josh Downs. Screw it. He's their slot wide receiver. I've been taking a lot of Allen Robinson because he's ran every single fucking snap with the ones this preseason. Kenny Pickett's played a lot. They've done it. They've played a lot of drives, and their rotation is very clear. It's Pickens and Johnson, and then it's Allen Robinson as the 3. We see the split between Najee and Jalen Warren. Like they've shown us what their offense is going to be. I respect that out of Mike Tomlin. I respect that out of Mike. Me and Mike Tomlin there's not many differences between me and Mike. We're both Hall of Fame coaches, honestly. Let's be real here. Let's sit down and be honest with each other for fucking 2 minutes here, all right? I know it's a lot to ask of you guys. Someone gave me the thumbs down. Why? Because I said I'm better than Mike Tomlin? Yeah, I am. I'm a better NFL head coach than Mike Tomlin. Prove me wrong. I've never lost a game. How was your Eckler Invitational draft? Do you like your team? Oh, you know what? We could take a look at that team. What the fuck? This is my only gripe with it. The only gripe I have with it is that it was drafted on Yahoo. So I'm in a league with Austin Eckler and a bunch of other people that you guys probably know from the industry. So Matt Harmon, Ray G, John Daigle, JJ Zacharyson. This is Eckler's team. Josh Norris, Chris Harris, a bunch of other people that you guys probably know. So Eck took Herbert. He couldn't take himself because Matt Harmon took Eckler at pick 4. I want to say it's a half PPR league, so we're starting 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. I'm 2 picks away, so let me get to that real quick, and then I'll get back to the Eckler league. Hey, a guy that I liked actually fucking fell to me. Cool. All right, so he sniped me on Dallas Goedert, bro. He actually really tore me up in this draft. There was no one else that I felt like really sniped me, but Eckler really fucked me up. It was pretty traumatic. Let's go to my team. So here's my squad. I think I had, what pick was it? There's 14 teams in the league. Was it 14? I think there's 14 teams in the league. I want to say I had pick, am I lying? Is there more than 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 14-team league. I think I had pick 8, maybe. Pick 8 or 9. I took Nick Chubb with my first-round pick because it's half PPR, so it's fine. I took – wait, is it full or half? Fuck, I can never remember. Second-round pick, I took Waddle because it was all the way down at pick 20 or whatever. I think – I forget. Some really good wide receiver was available 1 pick before me that I really wanted. Missed out on him, took Waddle. Got Fields as my QB. Watson I love as my 2. Eckler sniped me on Goddard, so I had to settle for Ingram as my tight end. But I was really happy to get Chris Godwin down in the 5th, 6th round. B-Rob, Kamara. So I have Kamara. Right now I'm filling holes with my RB2 somewhere between Raheem Mostert, Brian Robinson, which I'm fine with in half PPR, and then Kamara when he comes back from suspension. So if Kamara comes back at his full Kamara-type beat, my team's going to be really fucking good, I think. Kicker defense, I forgot how this works. I don't play in any leagues with kickers or defenses anymore, so this kind of hurt me a little bit. But I took Washington because they play Arizona at home in the first fucking week. They're going to be probably 7-point, 8-point favorites. Have a really good defensive line. Just have a really good defense overall, so I'll be streaming defenses for the most part. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at kickers. I don't know what happens with kickers anymore, dude. So this is my team. 14-team league. I'm pretty fucking happy with this team. 14-teamer. If Kamara comes back, this is a team to compete for sure. Eckler BDG fan confirmed. Unfortunately, he was not the one that invited us. Matt Harmon was, so I don't. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Maybe he's a closet fan. He's just and he ain't never gonna tell me, which is rude. Who do you like as a sleeper tight end this year? I got stuck with Chiggy. It's by far the weakest part of my team. I mean, I like Jake Ferguson, man. Jake Fergie's my guy for the breakout sleeper. All right, we're buck up on the clock. We've got 8 wide receivers. We got 4 running backs. I feel good with our tight ends between Andrews and Ferguson. I feel good with our quarterbacks with Tua and Daniel Jones, so I don't think I need to go deeper on those guys. I might need to look for another running back. I talked about Josh Kelly as the backup to Eckler. He badly wants someone else to help him out there. So we have another pick after this, so there's no one else that I really love here. So let's get our 5th running back, and then we'll figure out our next pick whether we want a running back or a wide receiver. So there's a few guys that I don't hate. I think Robert Woods has a nice floor just because he's probably gonna run like 80% of the routes there. I just don't really see him coming off the field. He's a good vet for C.J. Stroud. I like Paris Campbell as well. I could see him being like a sneaky leading target for the Giants. Richie James, kind of the same feeling. The way that he was like a sneaky leading target for the Giants last year, I could see him being that for the Chiefs. Matt Collins, just GOAT type behavior every time he steps on the football field. I don't think we need another run. I'll be honest, man. I'm not a big Sean Tucker guy, but if there's a draft to draft him in, someone which is like breakout upside, this could be it. BBM4 could be the draft to grab a dude like Sean Tucker in. So if everybody else rips off my board, if I got no one left in the queue, I'll take Tucker here. Fuck it. Mentioned you by name during one of his videos with Harmon. Wait, Austin Eckler did? For real? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. If so, Sean Tucker got fucking yafted from me right there. He was at the bottom of the queue anyways. Fuck him. Damn, that's wild. Why didn't he never reach out to me? How do I reach out to him? Oh, well, he probably, he might have. I wonder if this came after the draft. I wonder if he was like talking about the draft and then he was like, yeah, this dude, Nick from BDGE is in the draft. Or was this pre-draft? Was this pre-draft? Sorry, I'm acting like a schoolgirl, but when fucking Austin Eckler name drops you, these are things you want to know. You think he'll fucking, they should get me in there for that RB2 role. They should fucking one tryout. Okay. So after the draft. So I was just in the league. He might have just been like, this guy's in the league, I just can't take a compliment. That's what it is. I'm not good at it. So I just assume worst case scenario. It's a good way to live. You never get disappointed if you live that way. Two more picks until my final pick, and we are getting at least one of our wide receivers. Campbell, Richie James, it is what it is. I actually low-key think Justice Hill is kind of I should have added Justice Hill in the video today. There's part of me that feels like Gus Edwards is going to be like the RB3 in that backfield behind Justice Hill. What do you guys think? Paris Campbell, Richie James. If Richie James was not hurt, I'd feel a lot better about him. So I'm going to go Campbell. Yeah. All right, well, that's my team. If you guys want to take a look at the final board, or here's the squad on the bottom right. Tua, Dak at quarterback. Our running backs are Bijan, Alexander Madison, Raheem Mostert, Jamal Williams, Joshua Kelly. Wide receivers, Waddle, Ayuk, Kirk, Pittman, Jameson Williams, Puka, Josh Downs, Allen Robinson, Paris Campbell. I've definitely drafted better teams. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love this team. I think I might need redemption. I think I might be back on stream tomorrow night to wrap up the season one last time. But thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And they still got some spots left in BBM4. What are you calling me? My mom's calling me right now. Mother. What are you doing? I went out to dinner for her birthday last night. Now she's calling me. She's so needy. She's so thirsty. She's so thirsty. Doesn't she know Austin Eckler is fucking talking about me. Mom, I don't have time for you anymore. I'm on the Chargers roster. I'm on their depth chart, and you're out here calling me during live streams? Unbelievable behavior. Unbelievable. All right, fuck it. I'll call her. No, I can't do it on stream. Pick'ems. Patrick Mahomes, 0.5. It's free. It's free. What else? All right, let's just expand the screen. Fucking just hang out with y'all for a little bit. What's going on in the comment section? What podcasts do you listen to that aren't fantasy football and sports related? Pretty much every fucking podcast I listen to is not sports or fantasy related. Let's see what we got in the queue today. I listen to almost like strictly. That's not true, actually. I listen to a lot of football podcasts. So Move the Sticks and The Athletic are probably my favorite football podcasts. Daniel Jeremiah, The Athletic Football Show, those are awesome. In terms of like regular podcasts, I listen to a lot of business, marketing, just kind of like weird shit, like The Human Upgrade by Dave Asprey. He's like into longevity and like biohacking. Biohacking's a weird passion of mine that I really like. So Dave Asprey, The Human Upgrade is good. The Kelly Roach Show, which will not be relatable to 99% of you guys. She's just like a boss-ass bitch that talks about business and kind of being like a leadership. Listen to that. Creator Science is cool. I listen to Gary Vee fucking nonstop. Even though I know Gary Vee is cooking. If any of y'all are Gary Vee fans, you listen to his podcast, the last like fucking 6 months have all been just throwback episodes. They've all just been, here's a fucking keynote from 2017, which I know means that Gary is cooking something, because he would not take off of content. He would not be doing constant content every single day if he was not working his face off in the background. I hope. Because I need it. I need it bad. I need new Gary Vee interviews bad. Alex Hormozy, big fan of Alex Hormozy. This Week in Startups, I don't listen to it as much anymore. A good friend of mine, Danny Miranda, he has his own podcast where he interviews really, really well-known people from all different industries. He's a great interviewer. Love Danny. The Model Health Show with Sean Stevenson is great if you're into like nutrition, fitness, dieting, that kind of shit. Let's see what else. The All In podcast is good if you just want to be a well-rounded human being with a fucking brain bigger than a peanut. Social Media Marketing with Michael Stelzner is a good one. I listen to the You Up podcast, which is like an NYC based kind of like it's a comedian and a woman. They talk about like NYC and like dating and the dating life here and just like random shit that goes on here all the time. I'm a big fan of the You Up podcast. What else? That's probably kind of it in my rotation. This time of year, I don't get to listen to as much of that shit because I'm busy, but I try to keep the brain flowing a little bit. What are your thoughts on the Colorado TCU game? Like, this is just such a good example of how fucking stupid people are. Like, Deion Sanders comes in there. One, he just understands the game like most people don't. He comes in and nags some of the best recruits in the country. Some of the top recruits in the country. He basically turns over a team that was 1-11, and everyone's like, you're a fucking idiot. It's like, how about you go harass the coach that built a 1-11 team? Deion Sanders is the truth, and like, it didn't take this game for me to see that. This is like the least surprising shit. The result of that game was, and I don't know if TCU is any good. I mean, think about, obviously they were in the national championship last year. They're a good team, but I don't think their ranking reflects that. Like, you lose Quentin Johnson, you lose Max Duggar, you lose Kendra Miller. Like, you lose some real NFL talent there. Obviously, you're going to fall off and not be as good of a team. But people like shooting down Deion Sanders. This for me was just like, it almost felt like a version of cancel culture of being like, oh, look at him falling apart, and people just like writing shit for clicks without having any context, or just dumb fucking sports reporters, to be honest with you. So I'm a huge fan of Deion Sanders. I'm a huge fan of what he's building over there at Colorado, and I think they're going to be I think wherever he goes, doesn't matter where he goes, if he does If he moves to fucking down to Florida after this, if he takes fucking SEC job, I think he's going to dominate. I think he's going to dominate wherever he goes because he just understands the game, understands how to lead young men, and understands football, okay? So people are fucking idiots. That's what I think about that. My draft order just got released, and I unfortunately got the 101. What do you mean, unfortunately? Fucking grab Jay Jettis for show. Jay Jettis. All right, y'all. I got to dip because it's hot as fuck in here. I need to go somewhere that's air conditioned. Maybe I'll grab a margarita or something. See how high I can put my hat on my head. This actually, I need to wear my hat like this because my brain is so big. All right, I'm out. I love you.